Hi, I'm Jim Brown with A Balanced You. If you want to be leaner, stronger, more focused, and more energetic in the next 60 days, my 60-day intensive program is for you. My program focuses on three things: food, movement, and recovery, and how we can do a better job of matching these things up with how you're designed to operate. Getting and staying healthy is a lot more doable than you think. Now, I'm not going to BS you and tell you that it's easy. Change isn't easy, but it's real doable. And you don't have to be superhuman or blessed with some kind of magic unicorn genes to pull this stuff off. But you do need a path forward that works with you instead of against you. I think a lot of people get discouraged before they even get started. I mean, they remember all the times before where they wanted to lose weight or to get in better shape and it didn't work for them, okay? Or if it was starting to work, it didn't last. They couldn't stay with it. I understand. But for years, I struggled with weight and health issues. Nothing seemed to work. I mean, I tried vegetarian diet, I did a low-fat diet, I did lots of grains, I tried all that stuff. Finally, someone suggested I take a look at paleo, and I figured I'd at least check it out. I was tired of feeling lousy. Damn, I got my life back. The weight loss part, that was great. I got rid of all those pounds that I've been carrying around over the years. But the best thing was just how much better I felt. I had more energy, I got rid of the brain fog, and I slept a whole lot better. Man, I loved all of it. That's when the science nerd part of me showed up. And it was like, hey, that's great. You feel good right now, but how do you know this isn't some quick fix that's just going to screw you later on? I'm like, oh, valid point. So I read everything I could get my hands on. I even dug into a lot of the scientific papers that looked at how this way of eating was impacting people's health. And I realized that my results were real similar to what they were describing. I'd pretty much been on my way to becoming a pre-diabetic. And now my numbers have completely turned around. This is probably a perfect time to say, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not in the medical advice business. If you're under a doctor's care, by all means, follow their advice. But you know, I realized that I didn't need to be a doctor or a rocket scientist to figure out that the standard American diet didn't match up with how we'd evolved to eat, or even how we'd eaten 60 or 70 years ago. You know, it kind of seems strange that the war on fat that replaced butter with margarine and convinced me that I needed to load up on heart-healthy whole grains hadn't ushered in this whole generation of flat bellies. Instead, we'd seen this enormous rise in our obesity levels. Here's what else I realized. People needed help sorting all this stuff out. I mean, there's so much information and only so much time. That's one of the reasons that I decided to do the training to become a primal health coach. I wanted to help people figure it out and then support them through the process. Now, here's the deal. My job is to help you get started and keep you going. That and to get you addicted to feeling better. My 60-day program isn't about getting it perfect, okay? It's about making it doable and making it sustainable. We'll start with the basics. We'll spend some time figuring out where you are and where you want to go and why. Because understanding those things in the beginning makes the whole process easier. We'll figure out the things in your kitchen that need to go, and you'll replace them with food that tastes great and supports your journey to getting healthier. We're going to set you up so that you can throw something together tasty in less time than it takes to get takeout. Remember, doable. But look, you don't have to be a recluse to get and stay healthy. You'll learn how to navigate most restaurants so you can still enjoy eating out occasionally without blowing up your progress. You'll learn strategies and techniques to make meal prep and planning easier so you can avoid that "there's nothing here to eat" trap or the dreaded "I don't feel like cooking, let's just order pizza" strategy. Look, you'll learn how to look at ingredient labels on food so that you can spot the imposters that are always trying to hide behind the healthy label. And look, here's a heads up. People are going to see how you're eating at home, and they're going to want to start eating at your house. But this is more than just a new approach to food. We'll also work on movement. You think about it, our hunter-gatherer ancestors' lives literally depended on movement. But for many of us, movement's gotten crowded out of our schedules. We've never been more sedentary. And unfortunately, it's a real easy trap to fall into. You fight traffic on the way home after a long day at work. You scramble around getting dinner together. And then if you have kids, you're spending time helping them with whatever they need help with. And then for a lot of folks, there's still work stuff left to do. And after you get through with all that, you're ready to either hit the sack or crash in front of the TV or the laptop for some mindless screen time before you drag your ass to bed. The next day, it's rinse and repeat. Does that sound familiar? Making this work doesn't mean that you need to quit your job or put your kids up for adoption. It means that we have to get creative in finding ways to fit movement and exercise into your already busy schedule. Look, just getting off the couch and heading out for a walk, that's a great way to get started. We'll also leverage some of the research that's been done using short bursts of movement and exercise so we can best leverage your time. We'll tackle a 7-minute workout together so you can take your workouts with you wherever you go. But we'll also look at workouts that take even less time. So there goes that I don't have any time excuse. But relax, this isn't about busting you for excuses. It's about empowering you for success. And let's not overlook recovery. I was one of those people that thought I could cheat sleep. What a rookie move. Shortchange sleep and sooner or later it's going to blow up your health. Immune function, insulin resistance, memory consolidation, reaction time, skill acquisition, those are just a few of the things that get messed up with sleep deprivation. If you haven't read Matthew Walker's book called Why We Sleep, I highly recommend it. I heard him on Joe Rogan's podcast. I ended up buying the book the same day. If you read it, you'll never look at sleep the same way again. We'll look at something called sleep hygiene, which is really just a fancy way of saying how to set up your bedroom to help you sleep better. And some of the things that you can do before you go to bed that'll support better shut-eye. But look, recovery is more than just sleep, okay? It's also where your gains from exercise happen. Sure, crashing on the couch is one version of recovery. But we'll also explore some active recovery approaches so we make sure that you get the maximum benefit from any exercise sessions. Stress management is another key piece of recovery. Look, we don't get chased around by wild animals like our primal ancestors did. But modern life comes with its own types of stress. It's like we've swapped acute stress for chronic stress. But it can still eat your lunch. We'll explore some mindfulness options that can give you some great resources to better manage stress and help you send that negative self-talk to charm school. And finally, we'll look at play. Okay, we need to do a better job of tapping into our inner child and learning how to relax and have a little more fun. You know, it might be just playing catch with your kid or spending some you time discovering, things that can put a smile on your face. And there's also a bonus. You'll get Fearless Cooking as part of your 60-day intensive program. Fearless Cooking is my weekly online cooking class. You'll cook along with me in the comfort of your own kitchen. Some of these are live, some of them will be recorded. But plus you'll also have access to all the previous episodes. You'll get a weekly email from me that lets you know what you need to have on hand for the Sunday cooking session. And you'll get instructions for any prep that you need to do ahead of time. That way, you start the week with great tasting food, and you'll also add some new skills to your kitchen chops. So my 60-day intensive program is about food, movement, and recovery. It's a doable and sustainable approach to getting and staying healthy. But it does require you to take the first step. Give me a call and let's see if it's a fit for you. Let's get you addicted to feeling better. Give me a shout.